So I'm Kat Scott, I'm an international artist based in Bradford, and the work that I make is mainly fluid sculpture, or that's how I describe it. It's because I've got an interest in wave phenomena, so I use a lot of liquids and gases in my work, as well as sound and light. I first made Inner Horizons in 2019 when I was doing my first international residency in South Korea. For this show, I really wanted to show the work against a natural landscape and by the lake as well, with it being here in the boathouse, because since I made the work, I have always wanted to show it next to water. During this exhibition, I'll be collecting feedback from audiences about how accessible the current sculpture is, and also collecting information about if the work could be an outdoor sculpture as well.
Can I go back into Mummy's tummy? Really?
It was in red, not blue.
Ah, there's good feedback.
What would it feel like to be in a raindrop? Maybe when it forms a rainbow inside of the raindrop, it would look magical and rainbow.
After this exhibition, I'll be taking the work to the art house in Wakefield, and I'll be doing a series of focus groups there with physically impaired creatives. So I'm really using this pilot tour in Wakefield to kind of capture research and information that will feed the accessibility of the work into the final phase of the project, which is going to be all about prototyping those new accessible sculptures. So this is my exhibition Inner Horizons at the Art House, and it forms a part of my Arts Council project where I'll be doing a regional pilot tour. And also today I've been running a focus group as well with disabled artists from Wakefield and surrounding areas to collect research about the accessibility of the sculpture, and that research will inform the next phase of my project, where I'll create a limited collection of sculptures that are similar to Inner Horizons but more accessible.
When I saw the call out for this, I think it's really nice to be asked as a disabled person, around everything from the experience of the work to the practicalities of the work.
I was thinking we might go into the exhibition space just to have another look, and then we can come back in and start with the questions.
I think if it's for something that you had to look back at with your head, it'd be nice to have a grab, some sorts of thing, so you could always grab it and then.
I have quite a special connection to the art house because my auntie Patricia Sutcliffe was one of the founders. So yeah, it's really special to be showing the work here, especially because she was in a wheelchair as well. The feedback today from the focus group was really useful, and I'm going to be using that to determine how I might design or create the new prototypes as part of this project. After this project's finished, from 2026, that's when I'm wanting to make the full-scale versions of the two new accessible sculptures, and then start touring them nationally as well, with a view to tour them internationally from 2027. The new versions that we've been prototyping in this phase will form a limited collection of sculptures, and there'll be 3 in total. So there'll be the existing sculpture, and the 2 new versions will be slightly larger versions of the existing sculpture that'll be accessible to everyone.
Well, we're also working on CAD models for 2 new versions of the artwork that are both bigger. So we're just working at the moment on getting some visualizations for those ready.
I've been pretty blown away with especially all of the feedback from the pilot tour that I did last year when it went to Yorkshire Sculpture Park and the Art House, and it also ended up going to BD is Lit, which is the light festival in Bradford, and that was its first light festival, which is obviously really different to the gallery exhibitions, because it's a lot the way the sculpture's experience is a lot faster, and there's queues of people that were experiencing it, and a lot of those people might not go to galleries as well, so that was really exciting for me. I'm so happy with how this looks there.